the things I was doing in the world, and I've been a gang member all my life. And so I'm like on a collision course for death out there and not caring. I think that if I wouldn't have never came to death row, I wouldn't be the individual I am today. I wouldn't be as mature. I wouldn't be able to explain to my daughter's life, like the appreciation of it, because I didn't have any appreciation for life. I wouldn't be able to explain to them that there's a world out there and not just a city, you know. I wouldn't be able to do any of that without death row. I don't think I would have gotten over my anger. I would probably be in prison anyway. I would probably be dead. And so I really think that the chances were high I would be dead because of the gang activity I was into. And so, yeah, I look at death row as saving my life. And I'm actually happy I came here first because, like, the person I am today, I'm really, really satisfied with. You know, still a lot of growth, but I'm really satisfied with it.
This story is one of the rarest chapters in Texas death row history. A case where the victim's own son pleaded for the killer's life, and the state still said no. Before the live interview that made headlines, people who had visited Christopher Young inside the prison believed they were seeing a changed man. Even the son of the man he killed said, "My father is already gone, and taking Young's life won't bring him back. I believe he still has a lot of good to give." But compassion wasn't enough to stop what was coming. If you're watching right now, don't forget to hit subscribe button. You're watching Verdict Vault. Stay with us for more stories that matter. It began on a Sunday afternoon in San Antonio, the kind of quiet day most families spend at home. But 21-year-old Christopher Anthony Young was spiraling. He had been drinking heavily, nearly 24 beers, and using cocaine. In that haze, he forced his way into a woman's apartment while her children were present. According to court records, he sexually assaulted her, stole her car, and fled. Just 1 block away stood Mini Food Mart, a neighborhood corner store owned by 55-year-old Hasmukh Patel, an immigrant from India known for his kindness and long work hours. When Young pulled into the parking lot, Patel sensed danger. He discreetly pressed the panic button and tried to move away. But before he could get clear, Chang chased him into the store, pulled a gun, and fired. The bullet passed through Patel's hand and into his chest. Paramedics rushed him to the hospital. He didn't survive. Young ran, jumped into the stolen car, and sped off. Over the next hour and a half, he wandered the city, picking up a prostitute and later stopping at a known crack house. But the panic alarm Patel had pressed brought officers into the area quickly. Witnesses gave descriptions of Young and the stolen car. About 90 minutes after the shooting, police found the vehicle parked outside that crack house. Young was arrested without resistance. Back at the store, word spread fast. Patel's family soon received the news no family has ever prepared for. Detectives began piecing the timeline together. The stolen car was recovered. Surveillance video showed Patel's final moments. The woman from the apartment identified Young. Ballistics matched the bullet from Patel's body to Young's gun. The evidence formed a chain that prosecutors would later call undeniable. Inside a Bexar County courtroom, Christopher Young stood trial for capital murder. Jurors saw the video. They heard about the earlier assault. They listened to witnesses, forensic experts, and police. The defense argued Young had been intoxicated, drunk, high, and not thinking clearly. But the jury rejected it. He was found guilty. During the sentencing phase, prosecutors presented aggravating evidence, and the jury chose the death penalty. Young was sent to death row at the Allen Polunsky Unit, where he would remain for the next 12 years. Life on death row settled into a strict rhythm. 23 hours locked in a solitary cell, 1 hour in a small recreation cage. But over time, visitors, volunteers, faith leaders, even inmates began to describe a shift in Young. They said he began mentoring at-risk teens, warning them about the life that had destroyed him, intervening in suicide attempts, and calming tension in a place where violence was the norm. Whether people agreed with him or not, many believed they were seeing a man who transformed. The most surprising voice came from Mitesh Patel, the son of the man Young had killed.
Forgiving the man that's alive today, who's remorseful and wants to change other people. I can't forgive or forget Chris Young from 14 years ago. I feel like the death penalty already is vengeance, right? So you're already giving someone that satisfaction. No one's saying let them out, let people out and run free and let them do whatever they want to. There's got to be a better way to deal with these situations. Again, killing him, two wrongs don't make a right. You killed my dad, you're killing him. Now all you've done is kill two people with intent, right? So if the more profound thing is if Chris walking into my dad's store with a loaded weapon, wanting to rob and shoots and kills with intent, you cart him into a room with sedation drugs and other drugs to end his life, it's intent. So there's nothing good that can come from it.
He met Young face to face in prison. It was difficult, emotional, and heavy. But over time, Mitesh came to believe Young was no longer the man who pulled the trigger in 2004. When Young's execution date was set, Mitesh did something extraordinary. He publicly asked the state to spare Young's life. He said his father would not have wanted another family to suffer, and that killing Young would not bring healing. Faith leaders and activists joined him. They pointed out how another inmate, Thomas Whitaker, had recently received clemency and argued that Young deserved the same consideration. But the momentum didn't last. Just 4 days before the execution, the Texas Board of Pardons and Parole voted 6-0 to deny clemency. Young's lawyers filed an emergency lawsuit alleging racial bias in the clemency process. Courts refused to intervene.
I wanted to be like, I tried to start a Big Brother program because I know me, where I'm from, the credibility I have. I'm in prison. Growing up where I grew up at, prison that's where you're going. And we look to go to prison. And it's kind of like, it gives you a stripe, it gives you some credibility. And so because I have that, I can talk to boys, get their ear, and then take them away from it. You know, take them away from the path they're on, put them on a good path. And so I really I still want to do that. If I ever had a chance, I'm going to do that. And so I just think that's what young boys need. They don't have fathers out there. They don't have brothers. Single parent houses, I think they need a man to talk to. Somebody that's going to, take them to play chess, take them to play basketball, buy them some new shoes when they need some new shoes, take some of the stress off the mother too, right? So yeah. And I really haven't ever had a chance to really apologize to my family either. Because although I thought I was being protective of them, I really hurt them too. And so I want to apologize to them too. None of that was intentional. Of course, I had numerous family members tell me to sit my ass down somewhere and didn't listen to them. And I should have. But I think they'll appreciate who I am now. And that's what I really want to show people how a person can change, can grow up and mature. And so I do apologize for putting them through this stress. I hope they can appreciate where I am now. Kids too, my kids too. Because, they didn't want that father 14 years ago. They didn't want that father. They probably wouldn't have that father anymore. And so, I want them to appreciate that. Yeah.
On the morning of his execution, Christopher Young woke up knowing exactly how the day would end. he requested a simple final meal: pizza, chicken tenders, and apple juice. That afternoon, he was transferred to the Huntsville Unit. Outside the prison gates, supporters and opponents gathered, holding signs, praying, arguing. Inside, witnesses were escorted to their seats behind the thick glass. Among them was Mitesh Patel. Despite opposing the execution, he chose to be present. At 6:13 p.m., the curtain opened. Young lay on the gurney, strapped in place. The IV line was already set. When asked for his final words, he said, "I want to make sure the Patel family knows I love them like they love me. Make sure the kids in the world know I am being executed so they don't make bad decisions. I hope my death will make people come together and help each other more." The lethal dose of pentobarbital began flowing. Young took a deep breath. His eyes grew heavy. By 6:25 p.m., he was pronounced dead. Afterward, Mitesh Patel told reporters he still believed Young had changed and that his story wasn't just about a crime, but about a man who tried to become better in his final years. Christopher Young was 21 when the crime happened. He was 34 when Texas executed him. But one detail continues to confuse people. He didn't take anything from the store. Not the cash register, not the money, nothing. So why did he go there? Was it really robbery, or something darker and harder to explain? We want to hear from you. Do you believe justice was served? Or do you think he deserved a second chance, just like the victim's own son said? If this story moved you, share your thoughts below in the comment. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell if you want more stories that challenge our ideas about crime, punishment, and humanity. Thank you for watching Verdict Vault. Until next time, stay thoughtful, stay compassionate, and keep seeking the truth.